This is Smithy.tv.
Wake up, San Francisco! Isn't that from Full House? Wasn't that? San Francisco? What was that?
They're in San Francisco for sure.
Yeah, but didn't they do...
And I think I've seen that house that they were at, too. Like the one that they show in the opening credits.
No, I'm saying the fucking... Didn't he do a morning show, one of those fucking idiots?
No, it
Wake
sounds like
up,
Robin
San
Williams.
Francisco. No, that's Good Morning Vietnam,
Oh,
asshole.
right.
No,
right.
Wake up, San Francisco.
What show
What's
is
that from?
I don't know.
Hey, we're doing this live right now, cocksucker, so if you can find what that's from...
Tweet it at us. Yeah.
Tweet
Send
it at us.
Yeah.
Shit, if Rogaine and Tim Ferriss can do it, why can't we? Anyways, you can see I had... This is how you know how you're just a piece of shit in life. I had a protein shake, and I haven't worked out, nor do I have a plan to work out today. I just walked into Good Life. I got...
You just bought a protein shake?
I said, hey,
I always get a protein shake after I work out. You eat meat. Why would you need just a protein shake for no reason?
Because I haven't eaten anything today.
I don't eat
till... Oh, when you don't eat anything for 12, 14 hours, that's what I do. Like, I do the shorter version of the intermittent fast.
Yeah.
And then you have that first thing, and that first thing is sweet, because I think that's what it has to be. It has to be sweet because of all the excess of bad breath that's been brewing. Look, see, you're even hungry right now as I'm describing.
No, you're right.
I
After
fucking
12
know
hours,
food.
The best way to eat is after 12 hours of being hungry, man. It's so delicious.
Anyways, I walk in there, and she says to me, she's like, do you even work out here? I was like, yeah. Okay, just fucking I'm buying this. Who cares?
Do they have a front section that's open to the public?
Yeah, front section's open to the public. What do
So
you
just
give
buy
a
it.
shit?
Why did you care?
And she's fat too. What do
She
you
was making fun of you?
Yeah, I want to say.
Was she big, girl? Was she big, girl?
She was like, I don't work out, but I have an okay body.
You said that to her?
No, she looked like
you made it sound like she said that to you. Like
No.
you said, like, hey, why are you so big? And she was like, I don't work out, but I have an okay body. But
See,
that's what she was.
It's fine because this is how I dress every day. I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and people must think I'm always doing some fitness stuff, but they're like, man, this guy.
That's
always,
true.
Always walking around with shorts, t-shirts, running shoes.
Just don't do jogging pants, because if you wear jogging pants, nobody says, oh, he's going for a jog. They just think this guy's a fucking bum.
I wonder
But
where the
shorts,
jogging pants
it
came
works.
from.
It came from jogging.
That's what people used to jog in that?
Yeah, it's still boxers still do it
To sweat.
to sweat out.
To lose out the water.
And also,
lose
if you go for a jog first thing in the morning, it's still cold. Jogging pants are perfect. But now we have these like fitted ones, like they're legit. These like Lululemon kind of things.
You know what? I was around. I love Under Armour. Once again, the Meltdown brought to you by Under Armour, UnderArmour.com. We also brought to you by Porter Airlines.
You're making such a stank face when you say it. Why are you so angry? Like,
because
it's
I'm like
Under Armour.
Because I'm lying.
Right.
Um,
Just to let them know.
Yeah. I got Under Armour in the first time I had a piece of Under Armour apparel was in 2003. Okay? And all they had was that tight fitting shit.
Yeah.
That is so uncomfortable.
Yeah, you gotta be jacked. It's like fitted for a perfect body.
But even when you're jacked,
if you're still sloppy, it just like
well, that's
like
the thing.
Shit.
Because I was built in 2000. This is when I was 23 years old.
But there's an old picture of you fat too.
Oh yeah, that was in 2010 when
you've had ups and downs in life. Eh?
Ups and downs.
You've had it like.
But in 2003,
we should talk about that.
In 2003, I was 6 feet. Which I still am.
I was 6
but
feet,
I weighed 235 pounds, and I had about 10% body fat.
Jesus.
I was fucking.
Is that when you were stripping?
No, this is when. Yeah, I would strip on the weekends, but this is when I was going to school to play baseball in college.
Right.
And I would take everything except steroids.
Yeah.
I took everything. I took creatine. I took this thing called NO2, which was basically just you thought it worked because it made you more vascular. It was bullshit.
Yeah.
Just open up your veins.
Wow, that sounds like it's so bad.
I took a pre-workout, a post-workout.
Did that stuff make you feel like
intra-workout? Yeah, I felt like I was getting my fucking cock hard every time. The first time I was losing my virginity, I was like, let's go to the gym and fucking rip some. And I would go, at the gym, and it wasn't doing anything. But it mentally.
Wait, you felt like you were losing your virginity?
Yeah, but mentally,
you didn't. Not
you know where you know that kind of where you just want to rip your, like just
you know take life.
You know when you see people punch fucking in a hole in the wall, you're like, that's what I want to do with my dick. I want to fucking do fucking 10 reps of 85-pound dumbbells and just rip my dick through the wall. Just fucking smack it through the wall.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it would do to me. It gave me so much energy. All this is basically caffeine and everything. That's all that shit was in 2000.
Apparently, caffeine gives you the same feeling as Coke. It's like a lesser version of
but
cocaine.
that's what all these workout, the pre-workout, the intra-workout, the post-workout, all that shit's nonsense. It's just caffeine. I was just fucking doing caffeine all the time. I'm like, oh, nigga, gotta get my pre-workout stuff, bro. Just drink a cup of coffee.
Yeah, and then when you don't have coffee, like you have a down after.
Yeah.
Do you find
I
that?
don't drink coffee.
You don't drink coffee anymore?
No, I just have the caffeine.
You don't take any caffeine pills
Oh,
anymore?
I used to be so big on the supplements, the Arginine, that's what it was. Arginine bullshit, fucking $80 a month of shit. And then also the post-workout protein was good.
How much was that? How much did you pay for all this? Where'd you get it from?
It was in college.
You had guys that sold it?
Oh, we would go to bodybuilding.com. Well, not bodybuilding.com. We went, just to get all this shit. They'd have shipments dropping out of their dorm room, and people were like, oh, Lieberman's on steroids. Because I fucking, you know what I used to
But you weren't on steroids?
I wasn't on steroids.
But wasn't everyone in baseball on steroids?
Yeah, until when I got there, that one of my buddies was one of the first, Kevin Reinking, you can look this up, was one of the first guys to get caught being steroids and get that get caught when they had the ban. So he got one of the first ban. I remember hitting with him. We were going to a batting cage. We'd go hit. And Ryan King's like, man, this is a fucking witch hunt. Witch hunt. They're just going after us. I was like, wait, so you didn't do steroids? He's like, yeah, I did them.
But it's a witch hunt.
It's a witch hunt.
He doesn't know what a witch hunt is.
I don't either, so I just...
It's like a guy like on the run for murder. That's a witch hunt. Did you kill the guy? Yeah, I killed him, but wait, what? It's a witch hunt. That's hilarious. So how was the okay? We got to talk about.
That's the other thing. The one thing that made me the biggest. If you want to get forearms that look like fucking calves, I used to get this 10-pound bag of rice, and I dumped the garbage. We have one garbage can in this dorm between 4 guys. They get so mad at me because I dumped the garbage can, and it was not the big garbage cans, like one of those, like it's about 2.5 feet.
Yeah.
And I dumped the 10-pound bag of rice there and sit every night with my hands in the...
Oh, and do the punching?
Not punching, grabbing. Just grabbing.
Really? What does that do?
It is the most...
It's therapeutic, right? Like it's a massage?
No! After about 5 minutes, you're burning. I was like, fuck.
Wait, so you just do this?
You get it all the way in
Yeah.
and just dig and move it around. My forearms, and people would
rice.
bust my balls because my in 2003.
Oh, they said you're masturbating too much.
No, not masturbating. 2003 it was my junior year in college. I never did well in baseball. In 2003, I hit 400, which you don't know nothing about. It's good. And I remember we're down in Florida. We went down to we went down to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina first. I went to Florida with another college. And I remember one of my first games, I fucking hit a ball. I prison fucked this baseball so hard. This was one of my first hits of the season, and it hit against the wall, and people were just yelling, "Rice bucket!" And I was like, "Yeah." And I led the nation at one time.
Well, it's better than steroids. What's wrong with using a rice bucket?
Yeah, they were busting my balls. I don't know. So, anyway.
Why would they bust your balls over using a rice? That's like saying bench press. Like what? That's not an insult. I work out.
But it was funny though. Anytime, this is what I miss about baseball. It's the biggest ball, but like comedy's ball busting, but baseball's ball busting.
Really? More than comedy, eh?
Dude, if
comedy, there's too many nice people now though. There's a lot of nice people.
Well, I think comedy, because I've said this before, because there's too many people want to do it.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this. Back in the 80s, there's only a few select people, the outcasts, but now people think they're funny who work regular day jobs, so they have that influence of the 9 to 5 corporate culture.
You know, you don't say this.
Like they go to shows, comedians, like you can't say. I like the comedians say that the words offend me. I'm like, who are you?
You're a comedian.
Yeah.
What was the word you said?
Whatever, whether you say cunt or faggot. What?
There's a show apparently where you can't fat shame. You're not allowed to fat shame.
Okay. Fat shaming is the most ridiculous.
I knew this would get you started.
I talk about this. Yeah. I hate fat people only because I'm jealous of what they have. They can eat whatever they want, how they want.
You know who's like incredible is confident fat people, like Action Bronson. You look at that guy and you're like, look at this guy. I know people who gain a little weight and they won't leave the house. They're too scared. They're too they lose their confidence, whatever. This guy's a rapper. He's hilarious.
But this is what we talk. We're both losing our hair. You're more than mine. But
no, you're pretty bad over there. What's that?
No, yours more than
I
mine.
don't know. Your
If
whole
I
thing's
ha-
going back, whereas I'm maintaining a line and then it's thinning. Mine's better.
Yeah, but I'd rather thin and be bicked than dead grass. You've got a
Dead grass? There's no
you've
dead
got
grass.
you've got a bunch of grass, and then it's just dead, like where dogs pissing on it.
Nah,
Yeah,
what?
and
You're going.
No.
You're losing the patch itself. Like it's all. Going
I'd rather lose the patch than have a
Than have it
fucking.
thin?
Because basically, people look at
I
you.
can fix this still. I can do tattoos. I can do new hair. I can pull hair out of my back, put it on my head.
Yeah, no, you can't.
You can do that. That's legit now.
You really want back hair? Back hair doesn't go. Dude, I got a back hair, the occasional back hair from taking Rogaine, and it will come out and we'll do like a left hook, like it's an L. Like it's not perfect like a hair.
That's right.
It's pubic hair on your fucking back.
Pubes on your head.
But this
But
is.
pubic hair is good, luxurious hair. It's thick hair.
It's not bad that you do. You're just gonna get the tattoos and get it done. But don't walk around like where. I know it too. I'm not walking around thinking
No,
I have.
I'm gonna make fun of you, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I started working out. It came back.
I'm very insecure about my hairline.
Yeah.
Where people are staring at your hairline. They know they stare at our hairlines.
Yeah. Sometimes if mine looks thin, they'll be
Dude,
talking to me.
look
and
at
they'll
the
be like,
light.
Yeah.
That's how it is. I've got it right here.
Yeah. I know.
What
I
can
know,
you do?
it's bad.
But that's the thing. How can you make fun of bald people, but you can't make make fun of fat fucks? Where's the?
That's weird. Yeah, I know. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, but
I mean, at least with being bald, you can't control it.
you can't control.
But fat, you have a little bit of
And
control.
not only that, the thing that makes you bald also makes you higher sex drive. The testosterone. It makes you.
That's bullshit.
No, that's true.
But that's bullshit. That our bodies. Why would they do that?
Oh
to
no,
us?
no, but that's what I'm saying.
The thing that makes us want to have sex more makes girls less.
Want to have sex? Yeah.
I
Please.
don't know.
That's awful.
That's
I have all of it. All of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But a high sex drive? Well, yeah, we have high sex drives, but I'm saying with that, it's also. I'm not saying that people with hair don't have. I'm just saying the increase in
testosterone.
Testosterone also should increase
Sex drive.
sex drive, which is
Which
ridiculous.
is awful.
You know, and that was
awful.
the one thing, because when people make fun of my hair, it makes me want to do something. But nobody would make fun of your fat. Like, if we walk around and publicly fat shame, I could walk around and say, listen up, you fat fucking pig. Maybe it would make them want to lose weight. But nobody wants to, because I don't like, if I'm going really bald.
Well, me and you are like that. Where if I feel like I'm going bald, I'm like, man, I gotta make some goddamn money and get hair or make so much money that it doesn't matter that I'm bald. But I think if people are fat, like, I don't think so. I think most people aren't like us. A lot of people would just go home and cry about that. They'd be upset. You'd ruin their day. They might not leave the house for 2 weeks.
Keep on talking. I just got a fucking important text.
Why? Important what? What the fuck do you do?
Can I throw people under the bus right now?
Yeah, do it. Let's hear it. Let's hear about this. Let's hear about your.
I can't
your
say the person's name.
text
That's
battle.
not really throwing anyone under the
Then you're not throwing anyone under the bus.
Okay.
But let's just make fun of it.
Okay, so I was riding in a car with a certain female.
Okay.
And let's just call her an actress. Okay? And she's talking about how hard she's working. I'm like, great, that's good for you. And she's funny. And she's like, you know what? I'm next in line for Ellen's job. I said, Ellen DeGenerate? DeGenerate? I call her degenerate.
Why? Why do you call Ellen degenerate?
Because
She's a legit comedian, man. From
no,
the
but
80s.
degenerate. That's what I always thought it was degenerate. Degenerate.
You didn't think that. You're
Yeah.
full of shit. But anyway, go on with your story.
And she said, I'm next in line for. I said, how people are fucking delusional.
Oh man. Yeah,
Could you imagine if you said that you're next in line for, I don't know what brown people do.
Russell Peters?
But yeah.
Yeah, it would be weird.
It would be crazy. And you said that publicly?
Who is this person?
I can't say that.
You'll tell me after.
Yeah, I'll tell you after. But
I don't know, man. This business, we're all fucking delusional a little bit.
But see, here's the thing. When
I'm just getting to the point where I just want to pay my bills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't even think about big shit. I'm just like, I just want to get paid. It's fine, you know? I just want to get paid and have enough, whatever. You know.
Let me tell you something. If I'm
But people who are still talking about
But that's what I'm saying. If I'm calling you out as being delusional, you've got a fucking problem.
I know. If another comedian is calling you if someone with a day job calls you delusional, then they're being squares, whatever. But a comedian who's already in this impossible business thinks you're delusional, that's crazy. It's like if I don't know. She thinks she's You know what guys do? I saw this guy, and he's trying to sell himself, right? So he'll get someone to say like the next Oprah Winfrey, Canada's response to Ellen DeGeneres. Like he gets people to say it, right? So on his website, it just says these big statements, and then you look closer, and it's like some guy. Like he just got you to say that.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's a good idea, right?
Yeah.
The guy's a hustler. Like he's like Canada's response to Oprah Winfrey, or like the gay Canadian Oprah, or whatever. And then you look closer, you're like, oh,
yeah.
some of his friends said that.
He's the next big thing.
JJ's mom.
Yeah, like JJ's
yeah.
mom says it. Like,
JJ.
yeah.
My mom wouldn't do that, but that's a great idea.
That's what you do.
Oh my.
Like, look it. Here we got one of the owners of the biggest talent agency, let's say in Canada, right?
Yes.
And you just gotta get him in or out of context to be like, Amish is the biggest. In or out of context.
Ooh, that's a great
In
idea.
or out of context. Like
Yeah.
he could be like, I'm not an idiot. I don't think JJ is the next Ellen DeGeneres. JJ is the next Ellen. Just cut that out. That's all you gotta do.
Oh, yeah.
Quotation.
Dot,
yeah,
you do the dot, yeah.
That's very smart.
So, but it's interesting that she really believes it. Like, I respect that guy who has just the quotes from random people because you look
Who
closer.
is it? Is it an actor?
No, I'll tell you after. But he's a great guy and he's a hustler, man.
Do I know him?
No, you don't know. But he's made this great website and it's a beautiful website. Whatever you go, dude, it's all sales, man. We're in fucking sales.
Yeah, of course.
And you get those quotes, like and then you put something like, you put a name and then you put some credit that we know, like manager at the comedy bar or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Who's someone that we could talk to and be like, hey, can you say this?
The homeless guy who sells the Jesus Bibles at
Yeah,
Dundas
but you
Square.
gotta twist his name around a bit, right?
Yeah.
So this person who has a regular day job, they read it and they're like, oh, he's the next Oprah Winfrey, and then they look
Sells
closer.
the pamphlets for the Black History Month
Yeah,
year round.
Yeah.
That guy's
Oh.
got to be that guy's title is probably executive director of Black Fellowship Outreach Toronto. Like
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
whatever.
Like you get him as like next Oprah like Oprah Winfrey, executive manager of like that's what you got to do, man.
But then you have to find somewhere to post the actual quotes.
No, you post it yourself. This
Post
guy had
it-
it
post
posted
it on
himself.
your
No,
website.
but what you do is you take the statement, and then you put the annotated statement, like you put the choice you want. But then you should have a page somewhere with the full quotes, like
Oh.
the farthest thing.
It's a
from
click.
the next
It's a
Oprah
it's a
Winfrey.
click.
Then at least you're joking, like yeah.
It's a click through. You got to click on the quote.
Yeah.
You just the next big thing. He's the furthest thing from Oprah Winfrey or something like that.
No. I'm not an idiot. I don't think he's the next Oprah Winfrey. He's the next Oprah
He's
Winfrey.
the
That's what.
next.
Yeah. That's what we
Sir,
got.
I'm so tired. I woke up so early. I
Yeah.
pissed myself a little last night. You ever do that in bed?
No, I wet my bed until I was like 16,
Oh,
which apparently makes you a serial killer.
Really?
Apparently, like every serial killer wet their bed. till
Well,
I was like- and I
then
wet
I-
my bed until I was late.
I'm a fucking.
Funny, I bet that there is a stat that proves that 99% of everybody on Earth has wet their bed at some point.
No, regularly though until I
Oh,
was
not
old.
regular. Last night I was dreaming, and then I woke up, and I was like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, and it was just so much like.
Yeah, I always stop myself. I have those dreams.
No, but and it went like a little sprit, like a fountain, like it came out like a little.
It's up. Yeah.
And it came out on my leg, and I'm like, fuck, I actually do have to.
You know what pisses me off that I've never had, and it pisses me off to this day, is a wet dream. I've never had a wet dream. A wet dream is basically free sex. Other people get, you know what I mean? Why can't I have a dream about having sex? Like my dreams feel so real. Why can't I have a dream about having?
If you learn how to lucid dream, is that what it is? Lucid
No,
dream?
but then my lucid dream, I do lucid dream, and then it gets jumbled. It gets fucked up.
What do you mean? If you lucid dream, you're controlling it.
I'm controlling it, but then I always lose control. I'm
Well-
like Woody Allening in my own lucid dream.
Well,
I
then
can't,
you're not-
then
you're
at the
not-
last second they do this.
Okay,
Like, that's
and
what-
listen. Before we head out, chivalry should die. Last night I opened the door for this chick going into a
Oh, I
restaurant.
thought you were reading like an Instagram
No.
called Chivalry Should Die.
Chivalry should die. I opened the door for this bitch. I was like, hey, after you were going out for dinner after the Yucks, the show, after the stand-up gig, and as I'm like fucking looking at her ass, the fucking door, because it was you have to step up a little, so I'm stepping up just checking out her ass. The door catches the back of my fucking Achilles tendon, and it's like, and I can't scream because I'm hanging out with this chick, and I'm like, you fucking, you can't.
You did it for her?
Yeah, and you can't.
Just shout. Just say like, "Ow, I hurt myself." She might be nice to you and
no,
like,
but
fuck you or something.
I said afterwards, I'm like, I got a Band-Aid on right now. But I was like, she's like, what's the matter? I'm like, I cut my skin. I just want to go, you fucking cunt.
You should have said. You don't have to say you fucking cunt. All you have to say is like, "Oh, when I was holding the door open for you, I
No,
totally
but
fucked up
my
Achilles
first-
heel." And then maybe she would have been nicer to you.
She might have.
She might have.
My first reaction was to call her. There's like, if you know what, if you guys didn't complain about chivalry and all this bullshit, I wouldn't have had to open.
No. See, you're fucked up. Why do you hold shit back? Why do you hold that back?
I don't. I usually don't.
You held back the real thing, and then you let it fester into chivalry and some other. You should have just, when that thing hit your foot, your Achilles tendon, whatever. You should have been like, "Fuck."
All right,
That's what you were supposed to do.
we
You
gotta
should have been like, "Fuck, that hurts. I hurt my thing." But you held that in, and then it comes out as some chivalry's dead.
Did it ever come out? Anyways, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Anything else you want to plug?
I'm good, man. Add Fade to Brown.
I'm sorry, I've been so tired. I woke up at fucking 5:30 this morning.
It was a good one. I like those Oprah quotes. That was funny.
Yeah, but I'm just watching too much YouTube. Usually I don't do it.
I started watching Bloodline, and it made me sad.
Yeah, can't be doing
Have you
it.
seen Bloodline?
Anyways, follow at Craig J. Lieberman, at Fade to Brown, at Smithy.tv or Smithy.tv.
Well, Smithy TV Studio is the YouTube.
Smithy TV Studios on YouTube. May 29th, if you're in Toronto, Comedy Bar, 10 p.m. We have some special fucking guests.
Every
All right?
Friday night, Comedy Kapow, 120 Church.
Please don't plug your shit.
Why? Why would you say that?
Okay, that's it.